Once.
All right. Okay. All right. Welcome everyone. Good evening. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak with you this evening. My name is Lasmi Sharif, and I'm the Director of IT Security Services here at PDCC in the Department of Data Science, Innovation, and Effectiveness. I'm here with Mr. Manuel Aristo. He's the Director of Network and Infrastructure. One of my work, one of my tasks here is to review the IT security incident sent to the IT security email. And I can tell you, it is so heartbreaking to come to work in the morning, open up the email, and read this from the student. I contacted my bank, and there's nothing they can do. I lost $1,960 in total. $1,960 for a student is a lot of money. I know the struggle. I was a student like you. I know how much it's difficult financially for students, especially in this uncertain country. They were hoping to make money, but they lost their own money instead. These scams are real, and they need to be taken seriously. And that's why we are here, to make sure that we can all work together so that this never happen again in our community, never again at TDC. So in this webinar, we'll learn how to spot, avoid, and report email scams, so you can now protect yourself, your loved ones, and your friends. So let's get started. So I will ask you if you have any questions to hold it until the end of the presentation. All right. So let's get started with the basic definition of a scam. So a scam is basically obtaining money and or personal information by using deception. Fake personality, fake photos, fake letters, fake check, fake everything. Let me put it that way. But what you need to understand is this end goal is to obtain money from you, whether directly or using your personal information. Some of them will use your personal information to apply for credit card, use your personal information to do to get money on your behalf. But there are several different types of scam out there that you can see in the list. The list is pretty long. By this evening, we want to focus more on the job scam. So how a typical email job scam works. A typical email job scam works like this. You get an email from someone that you don't know, asking you to urgently apply for a position, for a role. Usually the job comes with a very attractive condition, flexible hours, you have opportunity to make a lot of money, and you can work from home. But also it comes with a flexible application process. Sometimes they'll ask you to text them or to email them your resume. But in no time after you apply, they will contact you. And in some case, you get hired right away. I mean, hired meaning fake hiring process. Or some cases they kind of simulate a job interview, a very short and easy job interview process. Then after that, they will contact you claiming to be from a payroll department, sending you, email you a check for you to pay for your office supplies. And they will also place an order and put you in contact with the sales department. And they will ask you to take the check, deposit at the bank, and withdraw the money to pay for your office supplies. So now, you might say that, okay, there's no problem. They're giving me the money, they're sending me a check. I go the check, I take the check to the bank, I withdraw the money, and I pay back from I pay the office supplies, right? But this is actually a catch because the check is a fake check. So usually when you go to the bank, you will deposit a check, the bank will make available part of the funds, and then will give you about 2 to 3 days to clear the check, and then make the rest of the funds available to you. For some cases like Bank of America, they'll make funds available to you. But within that time frame, the scammer now will come back to you and ask you if you deposited your check, and how long will it take for you to get the funds available. And then within that time frame, they'll ask you to bring a down payment because they already placed the order and they want you to get your supplies as soon as possible. And there's always a sense of urgency in the process. So now they will tell you, if you have some money in your account, use your own money to purchase the office supplies, and once you get the check cleared, now you can get your money. But unfortunately, your check will bounce and you will lose your money. That's how it gets. So now let's look. Let's review some characteristics of email job scam. Usually, as I said earlier, you will get unsolicited email, somebody that you don't know, an email that you don't expect. They will always emphasize money, ask you for money, and remember, the end goal is to get money from you. They will ask you to maybe, there are different ways of asking. Sometimes they'll ask you to send them MoneyGram or Zelle, or sometimes they'll ask you to purchase a gift card. They'll ask you for your sensitive information. Never share your sensitive information. They'll ask you, like I said, it always focuses on money. And if it seems good to be true, it's probably is. In some cases, they will claim to be from an organization, but use a different email. Some cases, you might see that we might have a link that will take you to a fake website. And I remember this happened a couple of years back, where scammer will send you an email claiming to be from Bank of America, and with a fake link, with a link that will take you to a fake Bank of America website. And once you go there and you input your credential, Bank of America credentials, it will take you nowhere. But your credential will go to the scammer, and they will go to the actual Bank of America website, access your account, and remove withdrawal money from your account. That's why it's very important to always two-factor authentication. You will also identify that they might have some spelling errors. They might have some lack of professional tools. So now, let's look at an actual email scam. This is the email that was sent out to all of our students last week, a couple of weeks back. So let's review it and identify the red flag. All right. So let's start with the highlighted items. So here, the sender claiming to be from the Department of English here at PGCC. But when you look at the email, you see the email has a different name. It's not PGCC.edu. If you get an official email from Prince George County Community College, it will be at PGCC.edu. So this one first is a red flag. As soon as you see it, do not engage. Just stop right there, do not engage. It's a clear sign that this is an email scam. But now, let's say like most of you or some of us, even myself, I do that. We check our email from my phone. It's so tiny that sometimes you might not be able to see the email header. So let's say that you were not able to catch that. So now let's review the content of the email so we can see some of the red flags. So now you can see here with Department of English, urgently, sense of urgency. The work we're already emphasizing the money that you'll be paid $350 per week. The job, like remember I told you that the job, usually the job comes with very attractive conditions. You see here, the task can be carried out remotely. Very good. Study and earn money. Emphasizing money again. Travel funding. Who doesn't want to travel for free? Scholarship. Scholarship for students, for any student, is a blessing actually. Carry out remotely with less work time a week. So easy. It's to track you. So watch out for all those signs. Emphasize money, sense of urgency, flexibility, too good to be true. So now let's say now you were not able to identify this one and apply for the job. Now the next step will be to reach out to you. And again, this is the actual email that went out, right? So that was sort of for those that actually went out to identify the scam, from the first email, and now we went to the second step. Now you get hired, again, click hired. You get hired, and now you get an email came to be from PGCC payroll department, and you can see here the email header. Although it says PGCC, this is very deceiving. It says pgcc.edu, but you can see here it says via unani.com that this is from this is a red flag. If you get an official email from PGCC, it's only gonna be PGC.edu. Nothing before, nothing after. So as soon as you see this one, that's a red flag. And again, another red flag is the check. They'll send you a check for the work that you have not yet started. And then they'll also put you in contact with the sales representative of where you'll be purchasing your office supplies. They already place an order for you. So review the check. Sometimes I know it's difficult right now, most of us we don't use check anymore. We don't use check anymore. Or we don't use check a lot actually. Mostly electronic. So you have to really look in. Sometimes it's very difficult to find out if whether or not the check is legitimate. But all those are red flags. Think about it, right? The scammer is asking you, he send you a check and asking you to go deposit the check, withdraw the money, and pay for your office supplies. They send you a check, they place the order for you, and then they know the sales person to facilitate your transaction. Why can they purchase the office supplies themselves directly? Why the transaction? Why do we have to send the check first? Right? So all those things are red flags. So you need to always pause, take your time, and think before you do anything when you see this type of thing. And again, remember the sense of urgency. They'll always push you. So if you see any type of thing, anything of that nature, take your time. All right. So this is what you see on your screen here. This is an actual email. This is an actual communication exchange between the students and the scammer. And you can see here the first step here, they already got hired, and then here, that's the second step. They send them a check claiming to be from payroll department. And then here now, they are telling them that they already placed the order that they need to bring the deposit of 1,000. right? Now here we're explaining why you have to do that, right? Why we're explaining why they have to do that, because it's a department policy and all of that, right? And then here, now we're telling you the method where you have to pay Zelle or you have to use Apple Pay. Apple Pay. I don't remember any serious organization to do that such a thing. But again, you have to think. When you reach that point, remember the end goal is to get money from you. When you reach that point, let's say you were not able to identify all the different red flags before here. So when you get to that point and they're asking you to pay for money, think twice. Think twice before you ask. All right. All right. Now let's talk about how to avoid this email scam. So when you see an email scam, ask yourself the following question: was I expecting this email? Does the email make sense? They're asking me to pay. I get the process, actually the hiring process. Even you have to review the whole process. They're asking me to send an email. They're asking me to apply. I apply. In no time, I get a job. And I saw an email from a student where the student didn't even apply. The student simply replied with their name and I think a name and a department and a field of study, and she was hired. So funny, right? And it all goes so fast. So you have to pay attention. Now, examine the email. Again, the sense of urgency. They're asking you for your personal information. Never share your personal information with people. Now, you receive an electronic check that they ask you to cash. Watch out for that. Check your email header. If you open that email from your phone and the email looks suspicious, go to your computer, open that same email and look the email header. If the organization claiming to be from an organization that you know, check the email header. They should have any professional email, should have a domain name. Domain name is any email, anything after the @ sign. If you're claiming from Prince George County Community College, Prince George Community College, it will be @pgcc.edu. Nothing before, nothing after. Watch out for that. Don't pay for any promised job. Do your research. If this email seems legit to you, let's say the email that we just saw from the Department of English, the best thing for you to do is just to go directly. Don't contact the Department of English through the email, the contact information that was provided to you in the email that you received. You can go online on the PGC website, look for the Department of English, and then contact them. If you receive a check from payroll, instead of asking questions to the contacts that are provided, just go to PGCC Department of Finance and then ask a question. And then I had a couple of links down there where you can go and check about the latest job scams, examples, and then some tricks and guidelines on how to avoid email scams, job email scams. How to report email scam. If you receive an email that seems suspicious to you, you can send it to us at etsecurity@pgc.edu, or you can call us directly. If you exchange an email with a scammer, you can also contact us for advice, and we can guide you on your next step. But if you are a victim, meaning that if you are scammed, then you have to file for a police report. You have to file. You have to contact the Department of Public Safety, the email and the phone number. And one thing that is important also to say here is there are two implications here. Not only you lose your money when you get scammed, you lose your money, but there might be some legal implications because taking a fake check to a bank is considered a crime. So you need to understand that. So if you get a check from someone that you don't know, do not take it to the bank because you might have some legal implications. You might have to file for police report. You might have to prove that you don't do a scam, that you were not part of it. So, just for you to watch. And again, protect yourself. If you see any offer, if you receive any offer from remote work, from any work of any nature asking you to deposit a check or send back to them, do not engage. Do not engage. Watch out for any lottery, employment, or business offers that asking you to send money back from MoneyGram, Zelle, or Western Union. Do not do it. Resist pressure because the key element for scamming. That's why we always watch you. So resist pressure. Never share any of your personal information. Don't share your credit card, your ATM card information. And again, if you exchange any personal information with any of those entities, please reach out to the Department of Public Safety if you actually if you were a victim. Contact the Public Safety Department. But again, if you exchanging email, personal information with them, and then it seems suspicious, please reach out to us for advice, and we can guide you on what to do. Okay. And again, remember, they will always be key for them. They will always rush. Do not engage. And if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably is. Don't be quick to click and take your time. Don't rush. Thank you for your attention. We are now open for 2 questions. Manu, I don't know if you have anything to add before we start the Q&A.
I just want to tell everyone the reason why they're emailing you a check and not mailing you a check is because they don't want to commit federal crimes and have the FBI and the postal inspectors to come after them. So it's easier for them to email you a fake check than mail you a fake check. So no one emails checks. You all need to understand that. Because if you mail a check and it's knowingly a fraudulent check, you've committed a federal crime. So just so that you know how that process works, that by putting a check in the mail, if it's knowingly fake, like in this circumstance, it would be a federal crime. So that's why they're emailing you this fake check. That's all I wanted to share with the group.
Thank you so much. All right, now we are now open to questions.
I see that there was a student who had raised their hand. Can you post your question in the chat if you have a question? To type your question in the Q&A.
There's something in the chat.
I think it was, maybe I'll just allow her to talk.
Okay, yeah, yes, please.
Okay.
Mhm.
Shalu, James, go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah, you have a question regarding the presentation?
Yeah, if don't know the guy he asked me for the my account number and the bank means the bank number.
Uh-huh.
Then he can take my money out.
It asks for your account number and your bank. It asks for your bank account number and what else?
He asked me. He said send me money. So ask me my account number and routing number and my name and my band. You think he can take my money out?
Yes.
So yes, because the routing number and your account number are two matching pieces of information, and there's a whole banking network called the ACH network that people use to process electronic transactions. So when you pay normally when you pay a bill by check, they key the information off the bottom of the check, which has the routing number, your account number, and then those payments are processed electronically. So yes, you need to, if you've given that information out, you need to contact Campus Police and you need to contact your bank ASAP.
Yes, because now they have access to your account.
Yeah.
So you might have to change that account. So you need to contact right away.
Yeah, right. You need to do that.
But he said send the money for me.
He sent
Right,
you.
that's the trick about it, Chelu. They're promising to send you money, but instead they're going to have access to your account to take
Right.
your money. And that's what the scam is.
Okay, thanks.
So the scam will always make you feel like it's gonna do something good to you, but at the end of the day, it will take from you. Okay, so it will claim that it's sending you money, but it's not gonna send you anything. Nobody will send you money for free. So if you didn't do anything, you didn't render any services, there's no reason for you to get the money. So if it's somebody that you don't know, do not engage. So as we said, reach out to your bank and
Immediately.
actually do it now as we speak. You don't have to stay in the webinar anymore. You can just go ahead because that's more important. You can just go ahead and contact your bank and just change. I will advise you actually get a new account.
Yes, you have to change your account.
Change your account.
Okay, thanks. And he also asked me for my drawing license ID. So I said the picture is okay.
Oh, no, not good at all. You gave him
No,
all your
no, you gave-
information.
Yeah, you gave him everything now.
He can open up he or she can open up credit card accounts in your name and take your identity.
Exactly.
Okay, it's terrible. I don't know that. Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why we have in this meeting, this webinar, so we can teach you. And then again, if you have after you do all you have to do with your bank, please contact us at ET Security at pdc.edu. I would like to meet you, one-on-one, and I can also advise you if your schedule allows. Okay, because this is important. And then this won't be the first one. Yeah, it won't be the last. It's not the first one. It won't be the last one. So just for you to watch out, for you to be always alert, right?
Mrs. Sharif, can you post in the chat just your contact information again so that she can reach out to you, because she seemed like she gave all of her information.
Yeah, we should get all of
And I don't know what students can do in that case if they've given out and potential for identity theft victim. I don't know.
Yeah, we have to police report, and then we have to change update all the information that they provided. Change your password, change that account, or Manuel, do you want to add anything else?
So Paulette, they really need to contact Campus Police, and Campus Police will work with the student,
Okay.
work with us, because that is a horrible situation that they've given their driver's license, banking account
information, routing. Yeah.
No,
That's a bad situation. So
that's a very bad issue.
yeah, that you hit right on the head. That's identity. They're prime for identity theft. So
yes. So Shilu, I'm going to you need to contact campus police, so we'll put that contact.
So let me pull a
Go back to the slide, yes. So there's the information on the screen. Please write that down, and you need to file a report with campus police.
But he said he is the American material.
Repeat what you just said.
He said he is the American army.
Yes, so you know, you're going to send an email. Do you see the emails display on the screen? You're going to send an email to campus police at pgcc.edu, and you can also copy etsecurity at pgcc.edu. If you want to copy me as well, because I know you have my email address, you can do that and indicate, explain everything in your email, or you can give them a call to let them know that you're a victim of the recent email scam, and let them know what information you provided the scammer, and you need assistance in, what to do regarding that. Okay. And then also to contact your bank and to change your bank, work with your bank to change your bank account. Because whatever money you have in your account, I don't know if you've checked your balance lately, but they have access to your entire account and the funds that are there right now.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Sorry about that. So,
I don't know.
yeah, but now you know, right? Going for it. Yeah, just be careful. Yeah, with these.
But he showed me. He also said he's the how say the card and the call. He just let me know he had how much.
No.
Yes, don't avoid. Just do not engage anymore. Any kind of calls, emails like that. Do not. Just ignore. Well, notify our IT security office when you receive that, because more than likely other students have received that, so that they can get on top of it and notify students about that scam. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I don't know. I don't see any questions, but if anyone, any other comments or questions, I know we're small in numbers, so we'll be able to unmute, allow you guys to speak. Okay. Okay, it seems like a question got posted. This is a Zoom question.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Mr. Joseph Young from our Classroom Enterprise Technology, are you able to see that it's not really related to the session? It's a Zoom related question. I'm not sure. But we'll take questions related to this presentation regarding email scam, IT security. Well, I guess if there are no more questions, and oh, so you wanted to ask a question, Ala? Okay, you can go ahead and type your question. We'll wait a few minutes. Okay, so we'll wait for Ala to type a question.
Oh, I see her in the she's just muted.
Yeah, I think she was having some issue with her microphone. Maybe we can try to unmute and see if she's able. I think that's why she initially wrote the question about the microphone.
Yeah.
Ala will allow you. Go ahead. No, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Question.
Oh, okay. Yes, I asked about the Zoom because usually, you can see like on their left corner, like mic and camera, and I was like, I wasn't sure like why I didn't see it before, but right now I see only mic symbol. So I'm not sure if that any changes in the Zoom recently or something.
No,
so...
it's a webinar, and so yes. So for the webinar, it's just set up for attendees to post their questions, unless we, the host, manually unmute you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was a little bit confused. I was like, wait, how I can talk? Yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, I don't have my camera on, but at least you can hear me. So yeah, I actually wanted to say that I actually also got recently some email about the remote work,
Mhm.
for college students, and something like it was from the Department of English from our
Mm.
college. And well, I don't know why I just didn't pay attention right away, because it was saying to text on some phone number if you're
Mhm.
interested in position. So, and I texted, and they said, oh, thank you for your interest. And they told me, so, like, do you have something like about what was position about, something research assistant or something like that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
You look
know,
at the screen, that's the actual email you're talking about, right?
Yes, it's just being displayed on the screen. That's this email they sent out.
oh, okay. Yeah, it's a little bit blurry, but
Mhm.
Sorry.
okay. Oh, yeah, I think yes. Yeah, I think that's what I got. Yeah. That. Okay. Yes, I don't know how how I was caught on that, but anyway. So yeah, so I texted them, and they responded to me and said, "Oh, like, do you have a experience in that, assistant research? And if you can send me your resume." And I actually sent the screenshot of a resume. So only information that I gave them is screenshots of my resume and email address. And I actually sent the email to that email that you provided for, for scam. And I got
Very good.
yes, it was actually last week. I think it was Thursday or Friday. And they responded to me and say to change the password for the email that I
Mhm.
provided, and just to block that number and not to communicate anymore. So that's what was said. And I hope it's not that I sent pictures of my resume. I hope it's not going to be too bad. So, and yeah, and I will be changing all the passwords.
And maybe what they now have would be your home address, because I know some people have their address on there.
Yeah,
Right?
they actually did for address. They actually asked me for my financial institution, and they asked me for address, but I don't have address on my resume. It's just
Very good.
my email, my email and phone number. So yeah, and yeah, it was kind of. And after that, like, I think like the next day, I understood that something was weird, to be honest. And yeah,
Mhm.
I just blocked the number, and I hope that changing the passwords will help, for not to expose to any of my personal information. So, but yeah, I just wanted also to note another thing is it's actually really, really, let's say, familiar to me, because unfortunately, I actually was a victim of the theft. It was actually more than 10 years ago. It looks like for some reason, I don't know how that happened, somebody stole my social security, and it was really bad. And looks like they opened the bank accounts on my name, and for some different like addresses. And I remember I was contacting those bureaus, and right now they also, I'm have those alerts turned on in case if some suspicious activity or something happens. So yeah, so I unfortunately I have no idea how that happened, and since that I'm being really careful. So that's yeah, I think why I have probably one of the worst scenario that could happen with people. So, but just yeah, just let you know about that. And how I understand, there's actually no anything that person can do, like in my situation, if somebody stole your social security. So there's no like way to stop it, right? How I understand, the things that you can do just to contact the bureaus, and to let them know, and just turn on alerts, and just be careful. Is it
Moving
correct how
forward.
I understand?
Well, thanks for sharing your information, giving us that update, because other students will hear your story. and we'll make sure that, you know, hopefully they'll learn from your mistake. And now moving forward, you know what to do.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Are there any other questions or comments? We're about to wrap up the session. Okay. Mr. Sharif, on behalf of the Student Governance Association, I would like to thank you. Thank you, Mr. Arrington, for presenting this timely presentation. I mean, as I said, what was it, 2 weeks ago? A similar presentation was presented at the SGA Town Hall meeting, and then immediately after, an email scam. So hopefully we'll be able to share this video with other students who are unable to attend, because I know it was a short turnaround time in scheduling this session, but thank you so much for presenting this information to us.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Everyone have a good evening.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Maybe.
Thank you.